All right, I have another one for Jordan Neely, and I hope that this one can be more down to earth and make more sense because this one is more for the people who keep bringing up the 44 arrests. So, like I said in the previous video, they're talking about 44 arrests, but I don't hear anything about convictions. And at the time he was murdered, he wasn't assaulting anyone, he was yelling, and an ex Marine decided to put him in a chokehold for 15 minutes. Did the ex Marine know that he had 44 arrests? And if not, how does that justify literally choking someone to death? Because there are a lot of people saying that he deserved it because he had 44 arrests. But it's like, based on some people's logic, he would only deserve it if the person who did it knew about that. So did he know? Honestly, I'm doubtful that he knew that he had 44 arrests and that he's assaulted people and all this here. And while we're talking about whataboutisms and ifs and whatnot, what if our tax money actually did what it was supposed to do and got people health care and housing, and Section 8 wasn't just a fucking shell of its former self and actually did what it was supposed to do, and this man was housed and he was able to take medication because he would be housed in a situation where he would be able to trust that if anything were to happen, he would have a safe place for himself and his things to be able to sleep it off or whatever, and not always be in the hypervigilant state that being homeless often calls for the sake of protecting yourself and your things. Like in a land where the United States is what it says it is, and this man could have been housed and medicated, would he have had 44 arrests that would have led up to the event where people think that he deserved to get choked by an ex-Marine? I guess we'll never know because America is a country led by people literally stealing our tax dollars and not giving people health care and housing like they're supposed to. And by all means, do your own research about how a lot of programs got cut, like Section 8, like WIC, like TANF, like all these other programs, how all these programs got cut when black people started using them. And it'll help you develop the building blocks to where we are now. You know, college used to be free until black people started going. Then they started making tuition. Don't believe me, look it up. People who are like the Marine that choked this man to death, who are white or white presenting, housed, have some sort of security, those are the people talking about his 40 plus arrests. People who have to worry about getting lynched every day are the ones talking about how our system is fucking broken and how this could have easily not happened if America was the country that it says it is, where people have housing, people have medical care, where American citizens are taken care of. The conversation that the people up top or close to the top don't want to have is how every time something like this happens, it makes it more internationally glaring on how poor America actually is. We have the most rich people. We have the most millionaires and billionaires, like registered as American citizens. But our country and our values are poor as fuck. Poor as hell. Poor is whatever word you want to put there. Whatever word means the most significance to you. America, the United States of America, the United States of North America is poor. Not broke, because broke is a temporary situation. We are poor. And it is displayed every time someone in this situation is murdered publicly without repercussion.